Hello, this is Evan from Board Live. Azul is a family strategy game for 2 to 4 players. I give it 2 stars out of 5 for its difficulty. Setup. Each player receives one player board with the colorful pattern side facing up. Each player sets their score marker on 0, and the starting player takes the first player marker. Lay out the tile trays in a circle at the middle of the table. Place 5 trays for 2 players, 7 trays for 3 players, and all 9 trays for 4 players. Place all of the pattern tiles in the accompanying bag. The starting player shakes the bag and deals exactly 4 random tiles to each tray. Now you're ready to start the game. The way to victory is to beautifully decorate your board with the pattern tiles and have the most points at the end of the game. The game is played in rounds, and each round consists of 3 phases. 1. Taking a tile. The starting player puts the first player marker in the center area between all of the tile trays, and play continues in a clockwise direction in turns. On your turn, you will choose either the center area or one of the tile trays. Take all tiles of the same color from your chosen area. If you take tiles from a tray, move any remaining tiles to the center area. If you are the first player to take from the center area, you must also take the first player marker and place it in the leftmost space at the bottom of your player board. You must put all of the tiles you take onto exactly one of the rows on the left side of your player board. You cannot divide tiles between rows, and you must place the tiles starting with the rightmost empty spaces. Each row can only hold tiles of the same type. In addition, you cannot place tiles where the same tile already exists on the right side of your player board in the same row. If there are any leftover tiles after filling a row, place them at the bottom of your player board, starting with the leftmost empty space. If the bottom of your player board is also full, place any remaining tiles on top of the game box. Once there are no more tiles remaining in the trays and center area, the game moves to the second phase. 2. Decorating your wall. All players perform this step at the same time. Starting with the topmost row, check which rows of tiles are full, and move only the rightmost tile from each full row to the corresponding color on the same row of your wall. Then, calculate the points for that tile. You get 1 point if there are no adjacent tiles to the one you placed. You get 1 additional point for each adjacent tile in a horizontal line, and 1 point for each adjacent tile in a vertical line. Take the remaining tiles from the full row you took from and place them on top of the game box. Any rows that were not full remain as is. Check for any tiles in the bottom section of your player board and receive minus points as written for each space with a tile in it. Place those tiles on top of the game box. If one of those tiles is the first player marker, place it in front of you instead, and you will be the starting player for the next round. 3. Preparing for the next round. The starting player deals 4 random tiles from the bag to each tile tray. If the bag ever becomes empty at this time, put the tiles from the top of the game box into it. If there are ever insufficient tiles to fill each tray, just use as many tiles as are available. Game end. When any player fills a row on their wall with 5 tiles, the game ends after everyone is finished decorating their wall. After calculating scoring in the decoration phase, players also gain bonus points as follows: 2 points for each completed horizontal row, 7 points for each completed vertical row, and 10 points for each color with all 5 spaces filled. The player with the most points wins the game. In case of a tie, the player who filled the most horizontal rows is the winner. There are also rules for playing with the opposite side of the player boards, but you can learn those by checking the rulebook. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the rules, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.